Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Digest. Today we're looking at Rimworld. This is a pre-alpha build. It is unbelievably not finished, and yet unbelievably fun. Now, if you need some convincing to continue watching this video, which you very well may do, this is what this game is. It is Dwarf Fortress, level of simulation, sort of, kind of, not quite, but yeah, it's on that sort of road, with prison architects, sort of ease of seeing it and sort of in the way it looks, and it is FTL's random generation of various things, also the combat sort of, but well, not really the combat, but this is to ground combat, but that is to space combat sort of. And finally, Firefly's universe. That's the bit that really gets me. I love all that other stuff. I love management games, I love sim games, but it's like Firefly, except it's a colony instead of a ship, which is still really, really cool. Okay, let us start a new colony. Now, I'm going to point this out. Originally, my plan was to eventually show a well-developed colony, but I spent many, many, many hours last night desperately trying to set up a working colony, and I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Every time I had something vaguely impressive that I could maybe show at the end of this video, it just got torn down and burnt down and destroyed, and it was awful every single time. And I've been playing on the chill mode. Now there's a few different AI modes. There's chill classic, there's regular classic, and there's tough classic, and then there's friendly and random. Random is it just throws all the numbers completely random. Friendly is it shouldn't really send anything dangerous, and then these are versions of start easy, end hard. Theoretically, this is supposed to be start really easy and very, very slowly make it hard. It isn't working. I don't know if there's maybe just something wrong with it, so I'm just going to go the regular classic. Also, I don't want this video to last 3 hours, but I do want to actually do a decent sized video. Advanced is just changing the size of the map. I haven't messed with that because it might screw up something, I don't know. This is where it really gets fun though. We get to pick. We don't get to pick things. Now, this is the interesting thing. You don't get to like modify skills. It's not like an RPG. What you can do is just randomize. Now, theoretically, you can do the classic D&D thing, which is to look at the skill you want and just keep hitting random until you get what you want. For instance, this is now a very good grower. I kind of want a very good grower. However, this man is incapable of intellectual, caring, and social skills. Now, that means he can't do research. He can't do social. And I thought it meant he couldn't do medicine. Apparently that's not what caring is about. You know what, this guy's actually a pretty good start because he's a good grower and he can also shoot, which is very, very necessary. So I believe the female human colonist shall be Ding, naturally. So what else have we got? We're going to want not a researcher. They're nice, but yeah, there's other things we really need more. I've learnt this. We need a miner. Well, there we go. Another vat-grown soldier and a deep space miner. This makes him a good shooter, a better meleeer, but also a miner. We desperately need a miner. This guy's good. Another female human colonist. Maladus. Very good. And finally, we need a... I think we're going to need a good social. Yeah, we don't have any social skill up till now, and we desperately need somebody with really, really good social. I'll tell you why. The only way to recruit people is to have high social. 9? Is that the best I can do? Entrepreneur is the best way to get social, but I think a better childhood could give me a better social, so it should be able to get higher than 9? 10? Slave into lord? No. This guy can't do manual labour. That is really, really bad because he won't even haul stuff. That's not helpful. Oh damn it! Ooh, that's a 9, and he's capable of everything. And he's not really a very good shot, but he can do a bit of research. This guy will work for me, and this guy shall be named. Run out of people. Breakfast tree. There we go. Really? Oh, good lord. Fuck it, one of my oldest subscribers is Namp. There we go. So let us, now all these traits are also completely irrelevant unless there is not. There's like 3 that work right now. I don't have any of those 3. I could click until I get one, but cheating and such matters. Okay, the 3 of you awake in your long sleep sarcophagi to the sounds of sirens and ripping metal. You barely got to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. This is the basic thing of the game. What has happened is we were on a ship and bad things happened. And now we're these people. So it was a female, details. So what do? We sleep in these sleeping spots. They're not beds, they're sleeping spots. We dump stuff in the dumping area and we put stuff in the stockpile. Also, we build a giant, really cool base. Now this is a mountainside. I might dig into it Dwarf Fortress style. But I've had trouble doing that in the past. Okay, firstly, what we do is we reclaim all these. They're currently forbidden to stop people like wandering about and losing stuff and destroying stuff. Personally, I'm not, but I like to just firstly collect up all these things. And when I say I like to, I mean I have played a good few games of this so far, unsuccessfully, I might add. But still, I find collecting all this stuff up while it's early and safe is basically the best idea, I think. So, we're going to make sure everybody has hauling on. They do. This is the overview, by the way. It shows the various skills. You can see this person is a good warden because it's a bit brighter. This guy's a good grower because it's a bit brighter. And actually, because of that, we're going to make sure Ding is the only one growing. Furthermore, we're going to make sure Maldus is the only one mining, so he's fastest at that. And everybody is basically, it's everything else, so we'll leave everything else on. For now, all they should do is go and collect. Yes, go and collect all of the various metals and foodstuffs. Now, they can eat regular foodstuffs, but what we really need to do is set up a nutrient paste dispenser to turn it into an actual meal, which is a bit more efficient than just eating raw food. Also, I think it makes them happier, a little happier. They're not happy about eating nutrient paste, but apparently it's better than some random shit they found on the ground. Who knew? So, let us pick a spot for a base. Now, raiders will come from the various edges. I could set up one here, but that's quite a wall to set up. I could try and fit one in this sort of area. There's a bit of farmland here, if I clear some rocks and cacti and stuff. And I can probably set up little defensive areas here. Maybe along here, and if I clear those rocks, then I've got some good sight lines to defend from this side. There's a lot of cover for the enemies. Now, this is the sort of thing you have to be careful of. If there's a lot of cover for the enemies to take cover in while shooting at your base, you're screwed. Basically, straight up screwed. You can't win a firefight. And if you can't win a firefight like 1-to-1, that's you're basically done. If you can't win a firefight 1-to-2, you're probably done. You need to be able to take on much larger groups than yourself, basically. Oh, this is not a good start. Probably going to set... maybe we'll just make it an open base and put a massive amount of sentry turrets around. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll set up some buildings over on this area, make sure we leave the nice green farmland for farming. So let us set up the first building. This is currently everything there is. There's not a massive amount of things, but you have to remember pre-alpha. Not even an alpha, not even a beta. Should have said that the other way around, never mind. But, it's still really fun. Now, first thing we need is just a nice main room. So let's set up something fairly large for that. This might be too big. We'll find out soon enough. I don't remember. There was a thing, you can only have a room so big. I might have done this wrong. I think I can put some walls in the middle if I need to extend it. Let's speed it up a bit. So, all the resources, once they go into any stockpile, just end up here. So it doesn't track everything individually. It's a tad louder than I thought it was. Let's just pop that down a little bit. You don't need to hear that. I'll probably put some music in the background, which you'll have been hearing for the last, how long has this been? I don't know. Anyway, these are the muffalo. They are nothing but a pain. They eat food, and that's pretty much all they do. Occasionally they'll go berserk and try and kill you. That's very annoying. Particularly annoying is when things like squirrels go berserk and try and kill you, because they're a pain to shoot with a gun. They're very small. Right, also we need to... Probably going to need some more metal at some point, so we may as well mine out this little bit. You always start with this like one chunk of minerals just lying about. If I had tutorials turned on, it would actually say on top of this, did you know you can mine minerals? And it's quite a nice, unobtrusive way of doing the tutorial. Just a little message that, you know, it doesn't like take up size of the screen. It's just a little thing that always says it on there until you've started mining it. Oh dear. Maybe if I divide this into 2. Also put a door on it. Let's put a door over there and over there. May have screwed this up. Wouldn't surprise me, of course, but yeah, details. Okay, so what are we going to need? We are going to need some power. Let's get 3 solar generators and some batteries on the inside. Now, walls automatically have these power conduits, though you can also trail power conduits around. For instance, I'm probably going to put a geothermal generator here eventually, and then put a power conduit. I can't defend this. There is almost no chance of me successfully defending this area. It is too open, and I cannot do it. Same goes to that one. I think those are the only 2. Did that make a... I believe... hold on, I can actually... Nope, that still counts as outside. I've screwed it up. I've already screwed it up. I think. Maybe not. Well, we'll see. Let's put down some concrete on the inside of these. Nice and quick. And then we can start putting some of the buildings we need. Let's just slow it down just a touch right now. First thing we need is a nutrient paste dispenser. These put out the... actually, we'll put it on this side. Actually, how do I want to set this out? Let's put the research bench in here. And also the... Let me find it. So few things and I still can never find anything. The comms console, which will let us trade with passing ships, and we'll stick a drop beacon just by the stockpile area. And then we'll wait for day to come and they'll all come and finish the flooring, and we can put in the meal area, which we're going to need soon, because apparently there's no meal source. People are going to start starving soon. Better than dying from... No, actually it's not better. It's actually probably much worse than any other way of dying. Anyway. Finish that flooring. Then we shall put down the nutrient paste dispenser. And then we shall put down a... Actually, you know what? Cancel that. Stick that a little more space efficient there. So we can also put a nice long table in. And right now we'll only need a maximum of 3 chairs, but I'll put 1 more just for... why not? This will probably work as dining room for a very long time. I don't see it becoming an issue. Now, the people have a very good mental break imminent. Okay, let's check that person. Malodus, don't you screw me. Okay, thoughts. He is starving. He has slept outside, he is sharing a bedroom, he is in darkness and in an ugly environment. He doesn't like being in here. Simplest way to fix this one would be to put a light in here. Now what we can do is... should be able to make sure they're prioritising building that lamp. Why isn't that working? Oh, because somebody was already set to do it. And there is already a trader on the way. Okay, well our best social person is Namp, so he can go open communications with them. They're a combat supplier. This is good. This is very good. So, this is the trading screen. Currently, missiles, shells, uranium, and medicine are completely worthless, and only metal and food is relevant. We do not wish to buy anything. We might buy a bit of metal, but I'm more interested in the weapons they sell. I can't afford these. as I can. I could sell them some food. Sell them 1,000's worth of food. And then purchase a R4 charge rifle. I'd love a T9 incendiary launcher, except that would inevitably end up destroying all my own stuff. Did that fall? That fell. Okay, let's find our best shooter. 5, 7, 7. Well, I feel I shall give myself the best gun. And it was, yes, Maldus was also a pretty good shooter, so we can go get that pistol. Eventually we can get equipment racks and all set it up quite nicely. Eventually. Let's get some more lamps in here. You can walk over lamps, so it doesn't really matter where you put them. And the batteries are filling up quite nicely. Ooh, hold on. Apparently there are 2 bits of flooring we didn't get to put in. Yeah, the batteries are filling up quite nicely. Now, it's very good to have a lot of batteries, because eventually things like eclipses happen and nighttime happens. And you want a lot of these to power things like sentry turrets and lights. And nutrient paste dispensers. Don't have these, can't eat. Simply. So this is the research screen. Currently not that much stuff, but there's some nice things. So I think I'm going to start with the nutrient resynthesis, which makes food more efficient. This is very good because I have completely forgotten to actually set up any sort of food areas. Also, we need said researcher. Done. If that person ever has any spare time, they'll go to researching. Now, the way food works is you take these growing areas, you find these nice green patches, and you put farms in them. Terrain cannot support the building. Like hell it can't. That's all green. Little bit hit and miss where you can actually put these things right now. Personally, I'm much more of a fan of the hydroponics, but they take a lot of research, an amount that I do not actually have right now. Okay, so that's done, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the grower, which is me, and I'm going to take repairing, constructing off of that. That means it will prioritise the growing above all else, which is good because it will mean we actually, grow something. Also, quickly going to go to the orders and have them cut all the plants that are currently taking up space in these growing areas. Doing it now, otherwise it would actually cut the plants from the things we're planting, which is not very good. Although it's quite unhelpful. Do people starve to death a little bit? No, just a little bit. Never mind. What else do we need to do? We need to add a home zone. This is a zone in which, if there is a fire, people shall actually put it out. If there's a fire outside of this zone, they shall ignore it. Which is good, otherwise, they'd just be running around the maps clearing up after lightning strikes. Oh yeah, there's lightning strikes. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's cause issues. Not as much issues as batteries if left outside though. You always want to put those inside, otherwise they just set fire to everything and it's a terrible mess. Local squirrel has gone mad. That is also a terrible mess. Oh, he's going after Namp. Go on, Namp. Beat him. Beat him up. Don't you... Oh, no! Maldus, you shot Namp in the back. How could you? Oh dear. Oh well. Squirrel. Right, we need to allow them to reclaim it so they can go dump the squirrel. Oh dear dear. Why don't we set up another building? Just a little quick thing. This can go over... there's a lot of good farmland. I don't really want to put it... Let's put it over here. So this will probably do. Doesn't need to be too big. 3 with the... Let's put a level 1 more maybe. And stick a door in there. This is not going to be the prettiest base. This is going to be a quick base and it's going to be an efficient base, but it's not going to be pretty or actually efficient. It's going to be quick, basically. Look, things are going to come and try and kill us. However, what we're also going to have to do is try and recruit more people. You may have noticed we only have 3. Not really a colony, per se. But it will have to do until we get more people. Now, there is only one way to get more people, and that is to... this is not going to sound good. We have to imprison them and then convince them to join us. And by convince them, I mean beat them. Well, usually beat them. Personally, I prefer to beat them. It's just a lot easier than trying to make them happy. You've got two options. You can have friendly chats to help them be happy and give them all sorts of stuff in their prison cell to make them happy, or you can beat them. They very rarely die if you beat them. It's usually safe to beat them. Also, I like to put a nutrient paste dispenser right in there because it lets them eat. Oh no, there's not enough space for that. Screw it. Beds, just the beds. You have to have beds. Okay, what's the most efficient way to do this? Ooh, actually, I haven't set this out very well. Oops, no, cancel. Okay, not the prettiest way. Also not... I could just, like, absolutely stack this with beds. It really doesn't matter. Quickly set this as a prisoner bed. As soon as it's a prisoner bed, then this all counts as a prison. Stick a lamp in. And anybody set to warden will go and feed and try and recruit the prisoners. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Also very helpful that we have a half-decent social skill person. Well, four. Hold on. Where's Namp? What is wrong with you? I thought I set you to... Oh, no, it's like 4 out of 10 when the skills actually go up to 20. Look, don't question it. Don't question it. Anyway, 45% chance of recruiting, so that's pretty good. It's actually really good. Okay, do we need anything else? Let's get a couple of equipment racks. I never plan things. I should always plan things. Put them there, then maybe put a few more batteries in. Always good to keep as many batteries as possible to stock up on the energy supplies. A few more chairs. We don't need chairs. Plant pot? Prisoners like plant pots? They like plant pots. A trade ship is passing by. They're a farming vessel. Excellent. Go trade with them. Now we got guns from those other people, but now we will probably want a little bit more food until all this farming works properly. Yeah, they don't deal in weapons or slaves. Let us purchase a little bit of food. Just 40? No, that's not even worth it. What I can do is sell them, because they're a farming vessel, they'll actually buy metals at a very good price. So I can sell them maybe... oh, no. 287 for 2... Yeah, okay. That'll let me buy some nice guns if the combat people ever come back. Oh, actually, the combat people are there. But they're selling incendiary launchers, and I'll just burn my own base down. That's no use. That's no use whatsoever. A little bit of use, because I might burn them first, but yeah, it's too risky. Bedrooms? People like bedrooms. We have enough metal for this. So let's do some simple. Yep. Some simple 3x3 buildings. And then we can extend this later as necessary. They probably don't need to be 3x3s, but it lets me put a few more nice things in to give them some more nice thoughts. Which is good, because then they don't go crazy, which means I don't have to imprison them and re-recruit them. That's very annoying when that happens, particularly when your best social person goes crazy, because then it's very hard to re-recruit them. Mind you, I did once re-recruit somebody with a 0% chance to do so, you know, it is possible. Building disconnected. Oh, that one. Yep, of course. Power. Do we have enough power input? I think we do for now. Maybe, just about. Do we have... We could set our research guide to just research and like power on to some of the good stuff. but I like, you know, doing all the things right now. Let's keep going. Hopefully eventually somebody actually walks past so we can recruit them. It's taken quite a long time, frankly. Okay, a bit of concrete flooring. Eventually we'll put carpets in, but we haven't got those researched. So apparently they're so fancy they need researching. There we go, 3 bedrooms. As I say, we'll extend that as and when needed. And we get to name the base. Well, it is a firefly theme. Serenity Valley. I don't remember any of the other places in Firefly. It'll do. Also, it's a valley where we're going to die horribly. Actually, the area looks a bit like a valley. A little bit. Alright, 3 beds. Sell the sleeping spots. And then we'll come and claim these beds soon enough. Oh, and plant the flowers. They'll make them a little happier when they go in there. It's all good. Now, they don't get the happiness just when they're in there. If I hover over it, it should say how long it expires. So this person had 3 social chats and they won't expire for another day. Oh dear. Raiders, and I pluralise that in a not entirely necessary way, have landed nearby. This is 1 commissar. He is actually going to be quite a good melee and shot. Right, he's only got a pistol. We might be able to beat him up and imprison him. And so that's what I'm going to try and do. Wait, that's only 2. Where's my third? Where's my third person? What? Oop, never mind. Okay, so what we do is we hover over them and do the draft button. This drafts them. So that needed explaining. I really do want to imprison this guy, so I'm going to set everybody to melee attack and hope for the best. We'll see shooting later on, do not worry. They should all go beat him up. They're chasing him down. He's running for cover, so he's going to take 1 or 2 shots, but we should be in there before he kills anybody. Yep, Nump took a shot, and he's down. Okay, somebody capture him, and then everybody else can be released from the draft. Actually, who doesn't have a gun? Namp? Yeah, you can come get this gun later. So Namp will come through, pop him in there. We'll release him from the draft, tell him to go equip that pistol because he's going to want it. And then eventually, as he is the warden, he will come in and we can set what to do. So we are going to want this guy recruited. Let's take a look at the thoughts. He's moderately happy, but he's a lot more fearful. And both of those, and basically loyalty is equal to whichever one of these 2 is higher. And once it is over that threshold, it is possible to recruit. The higher it gets, the better. I think I'm going to put him on a mild beating, just to bump the fear a little bit extra, make sure it's above the 35% recruitment threshold. Because he's got a lot of problems, he ain't going to be that happy. And he's got a bit of health, I think he can take a good beating. Yeah, so Nump will doctor him, and then beat him. Yeah, sounds a bit sad, but it's fine, it actually works quite well. Industrial trader, no, they don't have anything we want. We could sell them food, but we don't really have enough spare yet. The crops are growing though, 47%, 47, 48. We could put sun lamps down, and they can all grow in the day, but that takes a lot of energy. Maybe if I had the geothermals set up, but not just yet. Not just yet. Huh, this is actually going remarkably not so terribly. Now, you may have seen there, they just had to, went a little red, that indicated damage. Now, the entire base, everything, just randomly gets damaged. There's a constant need to maintain the base. I like that. I really do. It means that you do have to be quite careful about how big you expand the base based on how many people you have. For instance, the last game I played, I had a huge mountain complex with loads of stuff in it. But eventually it got drilled down, so I only had a couple of people. Even with one of them constantly trying to farm, and one of them constantly like maintaining things, I could barely keep that place from just setting fire to itself, which is weird because it was just a load of rock. But it was really quite challenging. And it is nice to just occasionally see that sort of, just that wear and tear. It's like a living base. It does. They do have to, do something to keep it going. They've actually managed to plant this almost these entire areas, and it's not quite grown in. So why don't we put down a few more growing areas where we can? One will fit there. One will fit there. One lengthways there. And can I fit one? Well, let's put it up here. There. It's probably too many, but it doesn't really matter. Once they get, as long as they're full, they can get harvested eventually. It's just a matter of sort of downtime. That's actually, it's not a matter of downtime, it's a matter of preventing downtime. Okay, anything we are missing? Probably do with a lamp in there. There's a thing. Standing lamp there. Okay, we need more minerals. That's what we need. So I'm going to go to orders, and I'm going to set this area to be mined. Just take the minerals we see on the surface and a little bit of exploration. Also probably set that. And we're going to want to start thinking about how we intend to defend this base. This is getting walled up. That is a certainty. Then the question is the front. Just set up a big wall, I suppose. Haven't really tried it like this before. Usually I try and seal myself in a valley or something to that effect, which has worked out fairly well for me in the past. Not necessarily perfectly. I could seal it there, or I could seal it there and there. Yeah, alright. There. And there. We'll put doors in later, and then we'll start thinking about where to put security turrets. For now though, this shall do. Also make sure to power conduit up to that. Oh god, the rain does get me eyes. It's very tricky to see. Somebody feeding that man? He's got food. Just needs a good beating. Actually, has he got any skills we really want? What is he? He's a commissar. He's a good shot. He's pretty good at melee, and that is all he is good at. Well, I guess he's a hauler until the war comes. And it will come. Don't you worry about that. It will come. In this video, I was thinking of doing like a full series on this, but I realised I can't keep this going long enough to do a series, so I may as well just, do one giant video. Oh wow, this already is a giant video. Cool. Don't have enough of those on my channel. Okay, the Great Wall is being constructed. Might double it up. Put a secondary wall behind it. And then some way to get into it so they can still repair it where necessary. Certainly going to need to put some turrets down. How much? Oh, I don't really have that much metal. After putting down the base walls, there is not that much metal left. Though there is a lot scheduled to be mined. So we can probably give it some time before we have to worry about it. There's a bit more there. Bit more there. And that's everything inside the wall and a little bit outside it. Where do we put the main door for this? Here? Sure. Prefer to only have one door. I think those are a little weaker than straight up walls. How do they get damaged? That's a lot of damage. And you can see we're already starting to get more stuff than we can realistically fix. We can't fix that while the solar generator's there. Got to move that out a bit. Alright, how about we put a solar generator. Well, if you just set them back a little bit from the wall and then sell that. You prioritize that. Skate pod crashing. Ooh, cool. Lindsay, an entrepreneur who's a very good social person. Now, they might be better as our new warden. Let's send Maldus to go capture her. Trust him with this. Just. Only just. Industrial trader left the comms range. That's fine. Okay, another person in there. Eventually they will get... oh, actually, how are we going to deal with them? Beatings. Beatings for everybody. It's just easier than chatting and putting down carpets. I put a plant in there. They can't get too annoyed. Put a plant in. Oh wow, I'm working through the night. I'm badass. Oh no, I actually already slept. Oh, good beatings. Make sure he isn't going to die from this. It's only a mild beating. It's only a mild beating. I could have set it to what's the other one? Yeah, I could have set it to vicious beating. I didn't. I know the fear is plenty high enough without a vicious beating. It doesn't need that. Occasionally I like to do just one vicious beating and then go back to mild. Just to make sure I don't accidentally kill them or anything. But they really do remember that for many, many days. Any this way to... We've nearly got the first crop ready to harvest. This might be just about the right amount of farms for one farmer of my clearly superior skill. Let's actually check the skill. 11. And halfway to the next level. What does that sound? I don't know. Oh, good, raiders. 2 of them. This one's already injured and has a pistol. This one is already injured and has a pistol. Let's go deal with them now. Everybody's armed, I do believe. Pistol, charge rifle. This fires 3 shots, I believe. Now the weapons do have a considerable amount of... hold on. No, don't shoot anything. They have a considerable amount of stats associated with them. Pause. And get me with the cool gun. Put me in the best cover. Baldus can go there. Damp can go there. Hopefully we'll have taken the cover before they decide to fight. Soldiers need break. They really don't. Uh-oh. Oh, they've already started the assault. Okay, change of plan. I shall go there. Maldus can go there. Namp can go there. Cover is a big factor in this game. Flanking is quite possible. Now, if I click on Namp and hover over this guy, you can see that he has no cover. So there's a 53% chance, I do believe, based on those stats. Whereas this guy, to fight him, much less chance. There's a 95% bonus from the cover. Or something. I'm not entirely certain how it works, but I know he has cover. So yeah, he's going to die soon anyway. Ooh, Maldus did take a shot. He's only taken 10, that's fine. 80, still fine. This is a good. This one's a good shot. Shooting 7, that's pretty good. Dealt with. Cool. Claim all those things. Make sure they're off. Yep, okay. Low food. Oh, that is an issue. But not for long, because this is all pretty much ready to harvest, so they'll get to it pretty soon. However, they also need to, bury these dead. Actually, we need to set up a graveyard. Let's set it up out in the desert. Just a nice, simple thing. This will keep that'll keep us in dead people's storage for a long time. Yeah. Okay, tomorrow we definitely need to make sure this all gets harvested and hauled. In fact, what I probably could do is when they wake up, I may just set it so that everybody... No, other people have things they need to do. But I'm going to make sure Ding is actually harvesting. He is. Good. See, that's already plenty of meals right there. And Namp is going to... Let's have him do a little bit of hauling, just to make sure there's enough to use the actual paste dispensers instead of eating the food raw. Very inefficient method, that. Very inefficient. Okay, it looks like he's going to go... Yeah, he's going to go Doctor and Warden, May and Lindsay. Getting the graves finished up. Apparently that requires a welder. Who knew? There's like a plasma spade. That'll be a thing, right? That's how you do sci-fi. You just add the word plasma to any normal tool. This is going to require a door. Probably that too. It is going to require power. Let's us send that down there. Send that along there. Out of metal. Oh dear. That is a very serious issue. And we do need to expand the home zone just in case any fires happen. Don't need to be too choosy about exactly how much space you give it, just got to make sure it's everything. Also make sure the graveyard doesn't burn down. Probably be a little depressing for everybody. You know what, why don't we just set all of this as well? Don't want anything spreading after getting in there. That everything? Nope. That everything? Yep. We have taken over quite a large section of this map. This is going to be tricky to defend. Currently we've only had very minor attacks. Yeah, that ain't going to be how it is forever. Ooh, yeah, before you go to bed, haul a bit of food. Haul a bit more. There we go. Now go eat. Did these guys get their beatings today? Did they get the food? This guy needs food. Namp is planning on feeding them. I don't want them to die. Oh, he's got a bit of food. They're fine. Don't worry about it. Still good for the daily beatings. Oh dear. Oh good, there's actually a bit of mining going on, because we're going to need to start moving more of these generators. No recruiting? No recruiting. Someday. Someday. Maybe any beds. Maybe that's the problem. I don't have any spare beds. Shouldn't be the problem, but feels like I suppose it could be. You do a little bit of hauling. Mysterious blight has destroyed your crops. Well, that's not good. Luckily we had collected quite a lot of it, and there's a lot of it just lying around on the ground. I mean, eventually, I've got to say, I would like to... Here is the one and only issue I have with this game compared to something like Dwarf Fortress. You don't get many people, so people have to have a lot of these sort of things, and you can set manual priorities, but at the end of the day, they pick something that they consider the highest priority, or that you picked as the highest priority, and they will do that to the... and nothing else, ever. So that they'll never is the one issue. They will never say, I think we do need to haul a little bit of food. They will leave it there until they consider hauling a priority, which they never do. Ever. Unless there's nothing else in the entire world to do. And so I'd quite like, maybe eventually, what my plan is, if I have enough people, I just have one guy hauling. Just one guy who goes around, picks up everything constantly, and that's his job. And that'll be very good, because I can also use him to like clear all these, rocks out, to make some proper killing fields around the walls. But of course that's not going to happen, so, details. A bit more mining. Oh, actually, that's what we need to do. We need to build a... Let's build another couple of... Oh, we can only build one. Actually, if we sell that, I bet I can build another. Yeah. We'll need to put in another power conduit. Apparently, one power conduit. There we go, fixed everything. Then this walking get fixed at some point. It was probably not going to like get destroyed for a very, very long time, but it would be annoying if it did. So, just fix it, may as well. Ooh, it's beating time. Yeah, they both definitely got enough health, so that they shouldn't die for a long time yet. Shouldn't die. Yeah, why don't you haul instead of mine? I'm gonna want to start putting down some more buildings. So I just want to see if the lack of beds is the issue. How much does it cost? Not much. It is 25 for a door though. Why are doors always so expensive in games? I swear. Most expensive thing ever. It's like Prison Architect. Yeah, you can put a door's like most of a phone booth. It's just a big bit of iron. It's not that expensive. Because it shouldn't be. Okay, while we're just waiting on a few little things. Graphics of the game. These are not the final graphics, supposedly. You might notice they're very much like Prison Architect. Apparently, eventually these are going to be upgraded once the guy gets a proper artist in to do some decent 2D work. And... oh, that's enough stuff. Sounds? There isn't much yet. If you're hearing music, that is because I remembered to put in some music after the fact, but it doesn't actually come with the game, unless I screwed up and put some option wrong. But yeah, maybe eventually there'll be something on. Maybe. Other than that, though, there's little sounds for most things. It's not a silent game by any means. Not enough metal? Come on. Somebody go. You go do a bit of hauling. You can eat later. How have I survived this long? I swear the easy... maybe the things are messed up or something, because I swear the easy one normally destroys me by now. The bed. Let's stick some lamps in there, stick some plant pots in there. And we will have to connect them with a power conduit. Okay, that's 2 more unowned beds. Maybe these people will join us now. Seems we send the warden over to deliver their beatings. Ooh, he's beating them. Right, try and recruit. Try and recruit. Come on! Maybe they can't recruit while they're, like, unconscious from the beatings. What if I change them both to friendly chats for a bit? Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm just very unlucky. Because it's definitely happened before that they've been on beatings and they've got recruited, but just isn't happening today for some reason. Ooh, cargo unit. With a lot of metal, that is good. Who is our most useless person? Namp? Let's take him off constructing and repairing for the day. Then he should actually do a bit of hauling. Building disconnected. Which one? This one. Well, somebody will eventually. There's Malodus. Mining. Oh, need him. Go. No, don't clean. What? Hold on. Power conduits. Oh. Odd. Yeah, go construct that. And then construct more to go down here. Weird. Doesn't really matter, but just a little weird. Is Namp gonna go? Oh, he's gonna go in for their chats. Come on, recruit. 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 Come on. Huh. So he actually did try and recruit today. It must be the beatings just left them. I don't know, maybe the beatings don't work, and because if unconscious, he can't recruit them. Maybe they need 2 wardens, one to go in and try and recruit, one to go in and do some beatings. What? Oh, it'll get built. Eventually. Yeah, see, he's building it. Hey, successfully recruited May. Let's see, you can be a doctor. Not really wanting him to be a warden. He's not very good at most of this, I have to say. In fact, let's put Namp back on these things, he's actually quite good at them. Let's just make this guy the hauler and cleaner. And firefighter and doctor is just good to have on somebody. Where's May? Yeah, so he's gonna. It's good just to have a hauler going around. %32% chance to recruit Lindsay. That happiness is going up anyway. That's good. But 32% chance, so another couple of days, chances are they'll be recruited, which is good because I think Lindsay's quite good. No, well, good warden. Should we get Namp to do some research? Maybe I'd take him off everything but research and warden. Let's do that. I want to do a bit of research in this video. Yeah, those are good things to leave on. Hold on, where's May? Must be on a different sleeping schedule. She'll claim her room eventually, or he'll claim his room eventually. He. May? I've heard he uses a last name, but... Actually, let's put a door down here. And once we get a bit of metal, we're going to want to start putting some security turrets around, because I assume we're going to get attacked eventually. Don't know why the game's letting me live this long. Hey! Hey! Oh dear, speak of the devil. Okay. Lindsay, you're the warden now. You're not doing any of that crap because you're not very good at it. I will leave you on... you can do that as well. This is probably a good set for Lindsay. Okay, so now people have landed. So where is Lindsay? Go get a pistol. And May. Where is May? Oh crap, he hasn't gone over there, has he? May? May? Am I blind? He's not dead. Oh, he's there, and he was actually going over there. Good thing I checked. You get the other pistol. I'm going to set up for an attack. Let's check these people. We have a frag grenade, pistol. Bit of micromanaging. This is not necessarily too bad. Actually, quite a lot of micromanaging, and it won't be too bad. Right, let's equip everybody. And then let's set up. So, draft them all. Main guy with the good gun. You get behind the best cover. Really wish I had some sentry turrets set up, but apparently I'm not a smart man. Okay, that should do it. Oh, they spotted us. Sting got the range? Yes. Okay, this has actually gone quite well, I think. Oh, but they are heading... Lobbed a grenade at May so we can back off. Lindsay, back off. Sweet. I have never had a game that has gone this well. This has gone ridiculously well. Huh. I may actually have to call the video quits. I'm not sure I can keep this going any longer. Okay, well, you know what? I've shown most of what this game has to offer. I mean, the research has like hydroponics that I haven't shown, and blasting charges that I haven't shown, carpets. But frankly, this is the game. If you like the look of this, I would highly recommend picking it up or waiting. I don't know if it'll get cheaper or more expensive. It's not on Steam. It's only on the developer's website. I will... My phone has just gone insane. That is... The hell is going on with this bloody thing? Okay, my phone just got possessed by the devil. Yes, if I remember, I shall link the developer's website in the description. You should probably remember. And this has been Rimworld. And so thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I shall see you next time.